Well, kids, we got another one, and it looks like Entitled Influencers is a series now, which is very unfortunate for all of us. Entertaining, but unfortunate.
Welcome to what it's like being a social media influencer in New York City.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chelsea. You know that. I know that. I'm just a lady with a bulldog, a camera, and a lot of opinions. Good ones, I think, right? Who knows? One opinion I have is that, dear God, what's going on with my hair? I don't know, and I would like to formally apologize for it. I'm getting it cut today. I'm going short because, hello, postpartum damage. It's fine. But today we have yet another entitled influencer on our hands, and that would happen to be Natalia Cestti. I'm probably butchering her name, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Hey friends, hold on, wait, hold on. Before we get too far into this video, we need to talk about the sponsor of this video, which is Aura. Now, a lot of people are excited that, hey, TikTok's back, but it's like, girl, for right now, yeah, but it's most likely still gonna get banned or bought out or something. Either way though, you know what's really messed up about it? You or I could go onto any data broker's website right now and buy anyone's data for a few bucks, and it's completely legal. Big companies with poor security are getting hacked every single day, and what do they do about it? Hardly send you an email, really. But they do nothing, realistically. It's up to you to protect yourself. They're not going to help you. And what happens to that information? It gets sold to scammers and spammers and hackers. So realistically, think about it. If TikTok is being banned to protect our data, why aren't we being protected when our data and our information is being stolen and sold or leaked and sold? So like I said, it's up to us to protect ourselves. And that's why I use the sponsor of today's video, Aura. Aura keeps me safe online and does all that hard work for me so that I don't even have to worry about it. They identify data brokers who are selling my information, and they do opt-out requests on my behalf. Listen, I don't think it's a good idea mentally for anyone to Google themselves. Don't do it, girl. You're just gonna get your feelings hurt. But when you do that, it is scary because you can see how much of your information is actually out there. So give Aura a few weeks and you will actually see how much less of your information is out there when you do search yourself. And in turn, that will lead to less spam. Also, just in case the worst case scenario does happen, they give me up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. I also use their VPN, and it has over 100 different locations to choose from. You can go to my link, aura.com/CCSUAREZ, to get a 14-day free trial. Again, that is aura.com/CCSUAREZ to get a 14-day free trial and see how much of your information is out there and how Aura can help you take care of that. Natalia Cestti has over 90,000 followers on Instagram and almost 500,000 on TikTok. Now, you would think that since she has more on TikTok, that her views on TikTok would be better. But as someone who also has pretty abysmal views on TikTok, I feel comfortable saying that her views on TikTok are pretty abysmal. But her views on Instagram are weird, to say the least. So, for instance, the most recent one that she posted, let's say it was like last night, has under 2,000 views. One before that has under 8,000. One before that, under 20,000, and then 1 million, then around 20,000, 20,000, 20,000, 20,000, 6,000, 50,000, 12. So it seems like every month she has like one that kind of pops off and gets like 1 million or more views. One of those more recently is what we're going to talk about, and really what landed her on my radar. Let me just be clear. I think that this girl is insufferable. Now, she has said and kind of made her brand that being kind is hot. And she has had a good amount of videos perform well where she is handing out roses to just random people in New York. She is a New York influencer. And also more information that we can gather from her Instagram profile. She does beauty and lifestyle content. And then it says that she's a comedy pro. I'm going to go ahead and disrespectfully disagree with that. But in one of her most recent videos that actually did get over 1 million views, she posted that she went to a doctor's office, not a walk-in clinic, not an emergency care, anything like that, I don't think. Because obviously those have like longer hours. She went to a doctor's office, I assume like a primary care physician's office, I don't know. And she went for a sore throat, which is like, hey, doctor on demand, teledoc. Ever heard of it? Like, what are you doing? But she went for a sore throat and they were about to close, I guess. And she says herself that she had her dad come. This is an adult. She's in her 20s. She had her dad come and she said that he would not take no for an answer and had the doctor's office stay open an hour past their hours of operation to see her. And she like filmed this and she was saying that like, you know, she's a daddy's girl and like he does all this stuff for her, you know, entitled rich kid, can't really do much by herself. Well, has the ability to, but I assume has just been coddled her whole life. I mean, that's like the vibe I get from her. And that sucks. According to Reddit and other other things that I've seen, it seems like she's just, you know, a generally pretty girl who has grown up quite wealthy. And due to that, she's able to afford what it takes, you know, front facing to be a successful influencer. One thing she's missing, in my opinion, though, is a good personality and just like being like an attractive human, not physically, but like, you know, in every other possible way. It's probably just, you know, autismo kicking in, but I cannot stand that last sentence on her TikTok that says, so yes, I won't be settling for less. Shouldn't that be, so no, I won't be settling for less, right? It bothers me so much. I'm like, what are you doing? Anyways, like I said, a lot of people on mainly the New York influencer snarks subreddit page, which I love. That is crazy. A lot of people have said on there that basically, you know, her parents fund her life and hey, if that's your financial situation, cannot relate. That's awesome. But also you're going to be judged for it on the internet. Like that's just so unrelatable. And plus, if they make so much money and like they're funding your life, why aren't you seeing a concierge doctor? Why don't you have one of those instead? Isn't that what rich people have? Right? Hello? Guys, I just can't imagine putting something like that on. I mean, I can't imagine that being my life anyways. My dad, I was thinking about doing a bit for this video where like I called my dad and I was like, Dad, I have a sore throat. Can you call the doctor? He'd be like, who is this? Do it yourself. Go get a cough drop. Like, what are you doing? Why are you calling me? Lose my number. Just kidding. Love him. He's great. But he'd also be like, what? Ugh. And hey, if you have enough funds to support your kids or family well into their adult lives, okay, that's your business. But doing like this is not setting them up for success, clearly. I mean, she thinks this is normal. And just like her overall vibe as well is just like, ugh, how do you have a following? I think a lot of reasons why these types of people do have a following is so that other people are following them, not for their personality. It's to get like a glimpse into the life of like, wow, that is luxury or that's whatever. But why wouldn't you just follow someone who does that and has a good personality? Like Jackie Ina, like her Lavishly Jackie page on Instagram. I love it so much. I love it so much. It's amazing. It is so good. And do I follow that to like maybe get some inspiration here or there? Yeah. But also do I follow it because I'm like, wow, this is fascinating. What's it like to live like that? Because good God. Now, one thing I've been trying to do in the podcast episodes that we do over on Here for the Clout podcast, I don't know if you're following it, you totally should. It's the best. But on my channel as well, whenever I'm talking about an influencer, is to include videos from like other people's reactions to the situation. So like an internet temperature check to see like, how are people reacting? What's going on? But also to see how people are reacting, where the thing went viral, like what platform, like for instance, it's on Instagram. Because then on TikTok, like there's only like 2 not positive comments. And the other ones are like, get well soon. What? It's a sore throat. She's gonna make it. I think she's gonna make it. So here we have some comments. One said, my dad harasses workers instead of going to the ER, which is a 24-hour service. Also, it's a sore throat. It's not an emergency. Go to the walk-in clinic. People need to know what's walk-in clinic, what's emergency. Broken bone, emergency room. I got a cold, walk-in clinic. Okay? Thank you. Don't be wasting people's time and resources. Another person said, as a nurse, go F yourself. Someone else said, you made them stay an hour late because you had a sore throat. And another one said, the comments ate her up so hard she had to make another comment for a backstory. And we'll get to that in a second. This isn't cute. This is harassing random employees when you were untimely. For a sore throat at your big age. These comments really do pass the vibe check and I love it. Laughing my ass off the way I would have called the police on him. And this one is in response to her update basically, or her clarification, which we'll get to in a second. But it says, you went from made them stay open and didn't take no for an answer to they agreed without hesitation and didn't have to ask twice. Your nose is growing. Love it. Another one says, girl, it was just a sore throat. And then that's effing stupid. And then your dad has yet to grow out of his tantrum throwing stage, it seems. I pity the child he raised. And it's like, do you pity her? Because it sounds like the apple doesn't fall far from the bullshit, you know? And then you really expected people to agree with you and find it cute that your dad harasses clinic staff when there's an ER and it's open 24/7. It's embarrassing. Respectfully, as a healthcare worker who volunteers at clinics like these, this is not sending the cutesy message you intended to send. Kindness is hot, but this is not. Ooh, okay, Dr. Seuss? Get it, Maggie. It's entitled behavior, and you likely caused strife and problems for those poor workers who are already exhausted, overworked, and underpaid. You lost your voice because you had a cold. child. There's no need to ruin a staff's night like that. And then my favorite one. Yes, queen, terrorize those healthcare workers. Ruin their days and plans despite not having a medical emergency. Be entitled and rude. You go, girl. And it truly is wild because it's like, okay, so you got sick, you had a sore throat, you lost your voice, or like we're losing your voice. It's called a humidifier. You can literally just go to Target or get one on Amazon. I have that right next to my bed all the time, and it is amazing. You walk into my bedroom, looks like a rainforest. It is so humid in there. You cannot see the opposite side of the room because it's big. No, it is not, because that humidity is just so dense and I love it. But yeah, like that helps with your throat, helps loosen everything, helps so you don't get a sore throat. I honestly am probably going to start sleeping with that every night. It's so amazing. And it has a little cute light on it, a little blue light, because it's the one for babies. It's the baby Frida one. I got 2 of them. Bean had one, my kid, and I was like, I want one. Because whenever he's sick, I get sick. So, you know. So a little after realizing, oh, people don't think this behavior is cute. Oh no. She then posted and said, "Hi everyone. Thank you so much for your concern about the medical staff. I just want to clarify that my father came into the room with kindness and spoke gently the entire time. The staff fully agreed to see me without hesitation. My dad didn't even have to ask twice." I don't like that sentence. I don't like that. Both of us expressed our heartfelt thanks and appreciation for their extra time. There was no begging, no yelling. Who said anything about begging? Just a concerned parent wanting to make sure his daughter was okay. It was a sore throat. If you're concerned that your kids are going to be okay, then set them up for success and not to be little entitled bitches like this. Like, that's insufferable. Is this girl single? I can't imagine anyone wanting to put up with her. No one was harassed or made to feel uncomfortable in any way. How do you know? I'll always be his little girl no matter my age, and we're truly grateful for the care I received. Being kind is hot is something I truly stand by. That includes how my dad and I treated the medical staff with nothing but kindness. Spreading false narratives doesn't change the truth. Sending love to you all. Please be careful what you say to people online. You never know what they might be going through. Well, apparently you're going through a sore throat, so I don't know, girl. I think you're okay. But like, also spreading false narratives doesn't change the truth, but you started the narrative. Like, people went off of the information that you gave them. What you could have said was, hey guys, this was a joke. This is satire. Like, this was a joke. So was it not a joke? Because you didn't say that. I mean, apparently you're like a comedian. So says your Instagram bio. But like, that doesn't make any sense. Again, it sounds like what that other commenter pointed out of like, this isn't giving the cutesy vibes that you think it is. It's like, oh my God, I'm just daddy's girl. Like, I can't do it myself. Past a certain point, which is like, what, 10? That's not cute anymore. Especially when you're no longer on, like, legally, you can't be on their health insurance anymore. It's not cute. Which I know some people who have like really rich parents, when they pass 25, what their parents will do is have them on, like, if they own a company that like does really well and has enough employees to have like healthcare provided, then they will have their kid like on the payroll, but like not really working there. And that way they get health insurance. Listen, sometimes I'm like, I wish. Like, I know people who they have their kids at really fucking nice private schools, and I'm like, you pay $30,000 a fucking year to send your kid to private school, but also, hey, wait, you have 2 kids? Girl, like 30 to 40,000 a year, that's a Volkswagen. That's a Volkswagen Tiguan, the base model. What? But then I find out through the grapevine that is not confirmed, but it makes more sense, that these people, like, that their rich ass parents pay for their kids to go to private school. And I'm just like, well, that'd be fucking nice. But then again, I'm like, well, no, I don't want that. I'm also not the type of person who asks for help literally from anyone ever. It is a toxic trait. I am going to be working on it in therapy this year, but holy crap. Like, what? Just want to put that out there. Like, it's okay to look at these types of things and be like, damn, that'd be nice. But then also, I think you got to kind of like reel yourself back in and be like, well, I don't want to rely on someone else like that. I want to do that myself, you know? I don't know. Anyways, let me know what you think. Also, don't be mean to me, please, about this. I'm on your side, okay? So of course, this seems like this is just the classic example of someone being the victim, but it's like, these are the consequences of your own actions. Because of course, with anything that happens, we have people saying, well, I'm getting death threats. Are you, Mary? Are you?
I got a viral video on Instagram and people just like misinterpreted the whole thing. And welcome to what it's like being a social media influencer in New York City, that you get DMs like this.
Even like
Yeah.
Zoom in.
Zoom, whatever.
Now, let's be clear. Sending any type of like vitriol like that through social media, not okay. Don't do that. That's fucking weird. However, do y'all actually know what an actual death threat is? Because if what most people are saying, like, oh, that's a death threat, like people are like, you know, saying all this stuff to me and whatever. It's like, is it a death threat? Or are they just saying like the classic, like, hey, go blank yourself, right? Because a threat means like a plan, like, hey, I'm going to come here and do this to you, or like, I'm going to carry out this action, right? Not saying it's any better, but still, it's like, let's learn what it is and not just fucking ignore those things. Obviously take real threats seriously and protect yourself. Also, just like the smug like look on her face, I hate it. So that's good. So it's just from some random burner account that has 6 posts and less than 100 followers and less than 100 people they're following. No profile picture, created in 2017, right? But what they sent her was the classic suggestion that people send public figures.
And I'm supposed to be okay with this? That's not right. No, girl, that's not right. Like, I don't know what they think. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Is that how she always talks? I really, really dislike her voice. But the smiling, like, and I'm supposed to be okay with this? No one said you had to be okay with that. You also don't have to go through your message requests when you're like getting canceled. But also at the beginning, she says, I had a video go viral on Instagram. And it's like, yeah, but that's not exactly what happened either, is it? Like, there's more to that. You put something up that was and then people didn't react to it the way I assume that you expected in a little cutesy way. Oh my gosh, so cutesy. Can't even call the doctor myself. And welcome to being an influencer in New York City, a social media influencer in New York City. What's the location got to do with it? I'm an influencer and I get shit like that, but it's from a burner account. Those people are weird. Like, what are you doing? So dumb.
I know, like, people saying, oh, I signed up for this.
No, ignore, delete,
You
block.
can't tell me to kill myself. You can't do that. So
well, ignore, delete, block.
You can't do that. I don't care what I post. You can't tell me to do that.
Yeah.
You literally can't. So whatever.
They can tell you to do that. Freedom of speech, unfortunately, but not without consequences, as you have learned. I'm not saying she deserves that at all. Obviously, I don't think anyone does, but no one is saying that you signed up for it. You didn't sign up for that. You signed up for social media platforms, quite literally, and to create content. However, if you are going to be someone who is on social media, then you do need to be able to have thick skin and just ignore, block, delete, or just block, whatever. Like, that's just what you have to do. And it sucks to say, I know, but yes, it is part of the job. And thank God that's why there are extra measures you can take and filtering and stuff like that in Instagram and other social media platforms. For instance, I have that phrase blocked on Instagram. So no one can comment it. No one can DM it to me. Like, anyways, you can't tell me to do that. You can't tell me to do that. Also, why are you putting your glasses on your forehead? It looks like it's nighttime. I can't stand this girl. I'm so sorry, but like, actually not sorry. I'm saying it with my full chest. I cannot stand her. I do not like her. It seems like she really needs to be humbled. And oh, that ring she's wearing is pretty. Either way, does not matter. What she posted was she thought she did something with it, thought it was cutesy, put it up, now is dealing with the repercussions of her own actions. And I don't think she sees anything wrong with what she said. And it's embarrassing to be a human like this, you know? Like, this is the type of person who blocks traffic or even just like foot traffic on a sidewalk and like inconveniences other people to make her own content. And it's like, hey babe, outside public spaces are not your office. You gotta be mindful of other people. And of course, yeah, there's a way to film content outside without being an inconvenience and being in the way of other people and like expecting people, thinking you're entitled to their space or the shared space in the world, meaning outside, but it's quite insufferable. So, hey, I really hope that Natalia, one, sees this, because slay girl, I would love to get in an argument with this dummy. However, I hope she does better. And I hope she realizes that no one cares about most of the shit she has to say, and that it really does seem like her parents set her up for failure and that she should probably be humbled and fix her attitude. I don't know how she's going to be humbled. I mean, this could have humbled her, I guess, but I don't know. Natalia, fix yourself, please. Adjust it, fix it. I don't know how you're going to do that. But obviously, a lot of times these types of people don't see a problem with what they're doing. And realistically, that is the problem. So anyways, can't wait to continue this series entitled Influencers. I hope we find more. If you would like to suggest someone to me, go ahead and email me with the subject line entitled Influencer, something like that. And my email address is chelsea@chelseasuarez.com. Can't wait. And yeah, if you are subscribed, remember that my little gift to you for subscribing is at the end of my videos, giving you a little pep talk, telling you how hot you are. No, right? Who do you think you are? How dare you? And that your butt looks so good. Squats, BBL, sculpture injections. No, girl, who needs that? Not you. Look at them cheeks. Cheeked up, caked up. Love it. I just want to like get down there and just jiggle them, you know, with your consent. Obviously, I would not. Come on. Anyways, if you're not subscribed, you are dead to me. And I hope that between your boobs smells like vinegar. It's none of my business. I don't know what you got going on down there, girl. But hey, if you want to change that, babe, all you got to do is subscribe. I'll tell you your butt looks good. I'm sure it like is beautiful and clear and like so clean smelling right there. Bitch, I bet it smells like holiday almonds. I know that's weirdly specific. I have a candle that smells like almonds and like candied pecans. That's what it is. Not almonds, what? But it smells like that. I love it. I'd love to be in there. Stop. All right. I will see you in my next video. Your feelings are valid. You are valuable. Take a deep breath. Whatever's going on right now. If it's negative, it's temporary. You're going to get through it in like a month, maybe a week, maybe tomorrow. You won't feel like this and it's okay. If anything great's going on, it's also temporary. So stay in the moment, give them hell and like burn down the patriarchy, I guess. Anyways, goodbye.